Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. We're back for another live broadcast. We are back sharing some good news with you. Want to welcome you to today's enlightenment. My name is Jay Moore, and I'm your healthy accountant, helping you to account for your life in all areas. Guys, today we're doing part 2 of how to be a better financial manager. This is part 2. Yesterday I think I went for about 20 minutes and realized that I needed to come back and give you a little bit more of understanding this financial management or manager role that God placed on us from the very beginning. So if you missed yesterday's part 1, go back, check it out, because we're going to be pretty much moving on from all of the concepts we talked about yesterday. So we gave you 6 characteristics of a manager, and we also led you to the text where God designated man as his manager, or that's where it originated. Back in Genesis chapter 2 in verse 4. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 4. That is the origin of why God created man. God did not allow anything to grow on the earth until he knew he had a manager. Until he knew he had somebody to take care of everything that he would create, that's when he went ahead, watered the earth, and then made man. So that's yesterday. And so today we're going to kick this off because, money money and finances is probably one of the hottest topics. We're all trying to figure out. Everyone wants to know, how do I get more money? How do I multiply the money that I have? This is a hot topic, and I know it's a topic for you. I know that you're like many people. You may be working a job and you may be saying to yourself, "Oh my goodness, man, the ends aren't meeting." How in the world am I going to get more? They're only paying me so much on my job. My business is only making so much. And, if I'm in a business, it takes more money to even get more. At least that's part of it. How are you going to get more? It's buried down in you, right? It's something that you already have. It's something that you already have. But look, let's just take a look at the 6 characteristics again. And so these 6 characteristics: accountable. See, in understanding money and being a manager and being someone that could be trusted, because you got to be trustworthy. That's another one. You got to be diligent. I was listening to Dr. Miles Monroe, and he was talking about one of the Beatitudes. Blessed are the meek. The meek. Now, he studied up. He knows, Hebrew and all this other stuff. And he said that, in his study, meek means diligent. So here it is. Blessed are the diligent, or the meek. They will inherit the earth. So if you are not diligent, you're not gonna inherit anything. You're not gonna get anything. See, God is not out. God is not out to just give you a miracle. And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes I pray, "Oh Lord, can you do this?" Man, you know what? God's not out to give you a miracle. He's looking for your diligence. He's looking for you to step up to the plate with what he already gave you. What is he giving you? What if you did an exercise? Remember back when I first started coaching, doing financial coaching, and I gave an exercise to to some individuals that was in the coaching course. I gave them exercise to tally up over the last 20 or 30 years, maybe, it depends on how old you are, but at least 20 years. How much money came through your hands? How much came through? And after you tally that up, I want to now look at your bank account and figure out how much is left over in there. Now, my coach made me do it, so I made them do it. Now, I wasn't too excited about my results, just like most. Everybody that I've given that exercise to, they were like, oh my goodness. I didn't even hold on to 10%. I didn't even hold on to 20%. Like, man, diligence. See, diligence would allow you, it says, blessed are the meek. It's found in Matthew 5. So I'm going to turn to that real quick. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. The meek, that's Matthew 5, verse 5. They're going to inherit the whole earth. That's everything. See, God doesn't own money. God owns land. So imagine, like back in the biblical days, everybody got land. Hey, Abraham got land. I'm going to give you a land. Israelites got land. Everybody got land, because that was the money. That was what everybody, really was going for, the land. If you had the land, yeah, you had the money too. Think about the people who have the land today. Folks that own land, they're able to use the land. Maybe a company comes to town and the company's looking for land, and they have to come to this person. Hey, we need to buy your land. Maybe they sell it. Maybe they give a sell and a lease. They inherit the whole earth. See, diligence is so important in understanding being a financial manager, because if you're not diligent, you're not going to do the necessary things. It's painful to be diligent. It's painful because you got to do something over and over and over. You got to do it. Which leads me to the next one, discipline. Discipline, after diligence is discipline, to keep doing it meticulously. A disciplined person is rigid, but in our society, folks don't want to be rigid. Oh, don't be so rigid. Don't be so hard. What? No, be hard. Be disciplined. See, because when you see the results of disciplined people, you say, man, I like what they got. Man, I wish I can do that, but man, that's hard. Man, they too rigid. Gotta be disciplined. There's a story in Luke chapter 16. And it goes from verse 1 all the way down to verse, I think that parable ends around 15. You should go read that. And this is the parable of the shrewd manager. And I'm going to give you just the synopsis of this manager and really what Jesus was talking about. So here's the synopsis of this manager. You got this business owner who's paying this manager, who finds out he's done some things that he's going to have to fire him. But here's the thing. When the manager got wind, he was going to be fired. But before he was fired, he went to the customers. See, he went to the customers. It was like, hey, how much money do you owe, master? Or how much do you owe? One had, maybe some olive oil. Man, I owe him 1,000. He's like, all right, well, you now owe him, 400. Hey, how much do you owe? Hey, I owe, 800. Maybe you now owe 400. Like he changed what they owe. And they was like, man, I'm so, like, they were happy. They're excited. They're thankful. because he's getting fired. He's like, I got to have some people that I can call up and say, look, I need some help. And they're going to say, man, absolutely. What do you need? But here's the thing, then the business owner, when he finally got him in the office, he says, man, I heard what you're doing. He says, man, but you know what? I got to give you credit. You are shrewd. You were smart. You set yourself up. So today's your last day. I'm firing you. You got somewhere to go. Man, that's good. And what Jesus said about this parable is that what he said was, he says, look, you gotta know the practices of what it is you're doing. He says that manager set himself up for the future. He wasn't thinking about, the future that, I'm gonna get fired. I didn't help these people, so maybe they'll help me. No, he wouldn't help the people first. And those people was like, oh man. So when he got fired, he can go back. He can go back and get help from them. And Jesus said, man, you Pharisees, you guys don't even do that. You don't even do the practices of the wicked. You don't even do the practices of people that understand the economy that they're in. He understood his business. And so basically he was saying to those Pharisees, you don't even understand your business. You're not even helping. You're not even securing your future. You're not even securing your future, because if you were securing your future, you'd be doing something totally different. See, being a good financial manager, when you're talking about being accountable, being diligent, blessed are the meek. Meek means diligent, for they will inherit the earth. If you are not diligent, you're not going to get all that. See, sometimes we looked at meek as being people that were small, that were weak. That's what I thought when I was a kid. The meek, those are the little people. Those are folks that are weak, and God's just going to take care of them. No, these are the people that were diligent. They were about God's business. They were about the business that they were supposed to. They were using their gifts. They were using their gifts that God, the gift that God gave them. So that's why they would inherit the earth, because they used what they had. And when you use what you have, not, I can only do something if you do this for me. No, take what you got. You've got plenty. Use it. And because you used it, then you can inherit more. See, being a financial manager, you have to be honest. This is one of the 6. You got to be honest. People got to be able to say, man, you know what? Even when it hurts, Jay's going to tell me the truth, man. Even when it's painful, you tell the truth. Even when you're going through something and that it's going to be hard, you just say, or you made a mistake, and then you just step on up to it and say, you know what? I'm going to be honest about everything. I'm going to be honest in how I'm helping and managing and doing what is right. See, being a financial manager, that's what God wanted you to do from the very beginning. He didn't give you money. See, God didn't give Adam no money. He didn't say, Adam, here's an inheritance of money. No, he says, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take care of everything I created. I want you to take care of the grounds. I want you to take care of the birds. I want you to take care of the flocks. I want you to take care of everything. And I want you to have dominion of all of these things. I want you to rule over all these things. He did not say that you're going to get money. He did not say that you had to go out and find people so you can help them. Not really. He said, no, you got to take what I gave you and you got to manage it. You got to manage that well. See, if you manage that well, then maybe there'd be more. But there was no promise of anything else. He said, take it. He says, take it. Oh, I love this part. He says, go multiply it. Make it bigger. Make it greater than what it already is. See, I've already made it for you. Now you go make it greater. And look, that is because He already placed this management inside of you. See, because the other part of this financial management is being trustworthy. See, you got to be trustworthy. See, that shrewd manager, he's now trustworthy to, he was trustworthy to those old customers because he helped the customers. He lowered their bills so that they would be able to help him. Basically, he says, man, if I can help them, I secure my future. They trust him. Now, he did get fired, but maybe that was the practice. See, that was just business practices. He's using the practices that he was given, which nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that's right. What I'm saying is that you've got to use the practices. You've got to do the things necessary. We're talking about doing stuff for God. So you got to do things necessary so that you are always using what he gave you. That is the truth. Use what he gave you. Got to have integrity. That's the last one. Living at a higher, creating higher standards. Never living below the standards. Never ever allowing, oh, well, this is how we do it over here, but you know what? This is how I do it up here. This is how I do it. I've got a principle that I wrote down at the beginning of this year, and it says that create new standards is one of my principles for my life. Create new standards. See, we've been living in a society who wants you to come down. They don't want you up here. The society wants you down here. So they don't want you to create standards. They don't want you to create higher standards, because if you create higher standards, then that means society will get better. They don't want society to get better. They need everybody to be stuck at the bottom. See, we're talking about management here. Management is the key to your success. Accountable, diligent, disciplined, honest, trustworthy, integrity. Those are the 6 characteristics of being a better financial manager. Because when you look at your finances and apply all of this to your finances, then you'll say, whoa. You'll be like, man, if I'm more diligent, just over and over, just doing it over and over, systematically over and over. Discipline is the muscle. Is the muscle that keeps me going. Like, when I get down and I plop down for my push-ups, got 1,000 push-ups I do every day. 1,000 push-ups every day. Like, at first it was like crazy. Why would I do 1,000 push-ups every single day? Here's why. It's creating discipline. It's creating a muscle, not just the exterior, but it's creating a muscle in my mind. I do 1,000 push-ups. I probably can do 2,000. I can do so much more. I can do so much more. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. He didn't say you can do some things, all things. See, these 6 characteristics could change your life. They could. Only if you decide to apply it. Go back, read that parable of the shrewd manager in Luke chapter 16. Go back, check out Genesis 2. I think it's 2 in verse 4, where God said that he did not water the earth. He did not water the earth before he created man. Go back and read, man. I got a bunch of text here. Proverbs. I talked about Proverbs yesterday. 13:22. I think it was 13:22, right? Let me pull that up for you real quick. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good man, diligent man, will leave something for his children's children, but the wealth of sinners will eventually be given to the righteous. The wealth of sinners is stored up for the righteous. Now, here's the funny thing about this text. So if the wealth of sinners, if the sinners have the wealth, then how you gonna go get it? How you gonna go and get the money that they got? They're holding it for you. Accountable, diligent, disciplined, honest, trustworthy, integrity. Go get it. Here's the thing. You'll only be able to get it if you're diligent. You'll only be able to get that if you're diligent. See, that's what a good man is. Good man is diligent. And they're out producing. They're out using what God already gave them. That's what they're doing. So look, how to be a better financial manager. 6 characteristics that you must master. I'm going to run through them one more time, and then we're going to close it up. You got to be accountable. You got to be diligent. You got to have discipline. You got to be honest. You got to be trustworthy. And you must have integrity. Those are the 6 characteristics of being a manager or being a financial manager. You want to go and apply these to your life today. You want to go check out these truths. Proverbs 13:22, Genesis 2, verse 4. Go read Luke 16, I think 1 through 15. I've got some other texts here. Matthew 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, the diligent, for they will inherit the earth. Talked about that one. Yesterday we talked about 13, verse 4. Oh, yeah. A lazy person never gets what he wants, but a hard-working man, diligent man, gets what he goes after. That's Proverbs 13:4. So, guys, look, here's the thing. You want to get your money right. You got the 6. Go check out some of these truths, and then just start moving towards discovery. See, because right now you need to discover who you are. You need to discover what's inside you. And there's way more inside of you than what you're using. That's a whole nother broadcast. I'll probably be talking about gifts and leadership sometime, maybe next week, because that is why most of us, I used to be in this category, most of us don't understand where we're going and how we're going to get there, because we have not tapped into what's already inside of us. So guys, that's next week. I look forward to seeing you back here. I will be here tomorrow. Haven't decided what I'll talk about, but come on, check me out tomorrow, 7 a.m. And look, if you got any questions, comments, leave them here right here in the comments. You can share across your social network wherever you are listening to this. Look, I appreciate you. And if you're looking to account for your life in, physically, I'm talking about financially in your business, anything that you're looking to change, look, you should schedule a call. You should schedule a call. We could discover some things on a call that, maybe you don't know, maybe you haven't thought about, maybe you just need some direction. And I'd be more than happy to help you out with that. Spend a few minutes to discuss where you are and where you're trying to go. So look, if that's what you want, definitely check me out there. And look, I just look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. God bless you. I'm Jay Moore, your healthy accountant.